Hi, welcome back to second video of chapter third. Hope all of you are in a good health. Today you will learn different types of viruses. Previous class I explained about what is a computer virus and types of viruses. We learned more about the computer virus this video. First of all, what is the stealth virus? It is very tricky virus as it changes the code that can be used to detect. And the code that can be used to detect it. So the detection of virus becomes very difficult. When we how we identify the virus. So we identify the virus by its signature, right? And we see the various virus is if it is a number of viruses. Can see that every day we only then we need to update the system software so that the newly invented virus can be recognized. And virus can be identified by its signature. So detection of the stealth virus is very difficult, tricky it is. So when a user asks to read the code modified by a virus, the original form of code is shown rather than infected code. So that is why it is very difficult to identify the virus. And the stealth virus destroy or alters program and data. It's common behavior to see the viruses. It destroy or alter the programs and data so that it will not work as it should be. So Frodo, Joshi, and well, all these are the example of the stealth virus. Now another virus is polymorphic virus. So polymorphic virus signature is the pattern that can identify a virus, series of bytes that make up virus code. So in order to avoid detection by antivirus, a polymorphic virus changes each time it is installed. Okay. The functionality of virus remains same, but signature is changed. So that is why it is very difficult because the antivirus identify the virus by the signature, right? And if what is the problem here? It it changes the signature pattern that can identify a virus. So functionality of virus remains same, but its signature is changed. Okay. And it destroyed or alter the programs and data. Example of the polymorphic is involuntary, stimulate, cascade, onyx, evil, fraud, and virus 101. All these are the example of the polymorphic virus. Next one is the email virus. And you must take precaution when you are going to use the email. So if the recipient opens the email attachment, the word macro is activated then. You must check the email which is coming from, which is not coming, is it not coming from the unknown sources? So if the email is from the spam or suspicious, just scan this only, then open. Okay, so spreads only with the opening of the attachment in the email. That is why you must scan the attachment which is coming from the email. And the example of the email virus, that is the Melissa, I love you, and love work. All these are the example of the email. So it spreads. We must take precaution while we are going to open the attachment, email attachments. Another one is the spyware. So a spyware, it makes unnecessary alteration to the PC and changes your experience of it. So if computer system is causing it to computer system is causing it to slow down. Okay, so you can experience generally what happens if we are going to use the system. We're just going to how it is very difficult when you see when you are working on a computer. If you see it is not working as it should, so you see the slow down the computer. So, so that is why this is the common behavior of the computer. When you see the virus, it is infected by the virus. See the slow down the computer. That is spyware also system slow down. And 7FS and ELF bowling, all these are the example of the spy. And another virus is Trojan horse. Trojan. It is sometimes it is very difficult to delete this virus. If you some of the antivirus also not able to identify this virus. So Trojan horse is malware like a virus or worm, but it's technically different from the both. It can't replicate like virus and worm. Generally, what is the behavior? It replicates, making a copy, multiple copy of the same file, and so it can't replicate like virus and worm. Trojan horse hide itself in a program. It hides in a program. Okay, and Trojan horse hide itself a program. So once you install any such program, the Trojan horse enters into your computer. How it's entered? So when you are going to download from the unknown sources, your unauthorized website, which is not secure, in that case, there may be chances of the spread virus to your computer. So it can provide unauthorized access to your computer, send your files to other computers, uh, and may delete files or can make other unwanted changes in your computer. So what does the mean? It hides when you are going to search, it hides itself and also provide unauthorized access to your computer. And it sends also the files to other computers. And there may be chances of the theft. Someone without knowing you, someone is going to access your computer. So unwanted changes in computer, read files and can make other unwanted changes. Example of A2KM, nitrogen 91 cast are the example of the Trojan horse. Right. And another one is the worms. What are the worms? Worms, computer worms is similar to a virus. It is technically different from the virus worms. So it can replicate and spread like a virus, but unlike virus, it does not need a host program to spread. So being able to self-replicate, it can produce multiple copies of itself. So this is general behavior. You can see it replicates and making multiple copies, and that way you see your drive is full. So it replicates, it spreads through network such as email sent to an infected file, infected email ID can infect your system with a computer. So example of the gate F, try, C, showbiz, D, and Napsum. All these are example of the worms. This is common behavior. You can see this is the it uh, replicates. Generally, it's worm similar to virus, technically different from virus, but